Representing Van City through the combo. Real talk, real shit, keeping it a hundo. Wrestle with the facts, that's that. Covering the local artists. Like who be stepping up, putting in work, going the hardest. Hot takes and debates, hot cakes in your plate. Serve it fresh like your breakfast, cause man's got the methods and history of boxing and mysteries unlocking. British Columbia with no filtering the talking. And in this rainforest we got ample plants. Flourishing with life, it ain't happenstance. Tune in for the benefits like cash advances. You are now listening to Samp&Chance.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Samp&Chance Boxing. I am your host, Bobby Sampson, joined as always my man in the Whitecaps jersey. Best team in MLS right now again?
They are, yeah.
Fantastic,
really
man.
Good, huh? Really
and
good.
it's unfortunate because you're looking at a team that potentially may not be here.
I think they're going to get it to Hastings.
I hope they do. I hope they do. But Vancouver's known to let us all down. Now, speaking about Vancouver, brother man, we got an amazing other podcast coming up here a little bit outside of the ring with Samp&Chance. That intro that you guys heard at the beginning of the show, our new intro that we have, is done by none other than local artist Saint Soldier. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have him on the show here tomorrow. So make sure to check that out as well. So big thank you to Saint Soldier. Big thank you to everyone involved in creating this image and this intro. I'm really proud of it, man. What about you?
I think it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome that the song it captures everything that we're doing, the images, everything. It's great. We got some other local rappers coming on too. We'll save their names until it happens, but we got some good guests coming up.
Yeah, no, we do definitely. But listen, let's get into it again. Big shout out to Saint Soldier. Thank you so much, brother. Can't wait for that interview to drop tomorrow. We'll get that going. You know, but the intro is beautiful, and what a way to start. It's
got some high energy to it. It gets you into it. Gets you.
There you go. Well, you know what? I'm calling this the beginning of season 4 of Samp&Chance with the new intro and the new music.
Forget, he had that song done within a few hours.
Yeah.
That's how good he is.
Absolutely amazing. And what a class act.
He told me he was driving around listening to the song he made for us for 45 minutes. Even though it's only 35-second songs, like it's so good. He kept listening because he liked it too. That's how good it is.
I personally wish we had more verses with it. You know what I mean? Like it would have been awesome. But
there's another rapper, I don't want to mention his name, but he's very, very popular. He told me at 7-Eleven that song is fire. I listened to it in my car too. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's really cool.
It's great. I spent a good 5 hours with that song yesterday.
Yeah, it's good. It's really cool.
It's amazing. Yeah. All right, let us get into it. Let's talk about amazing or lack of amazing. Netflix had a card this weekend, their third boxing card now that they put out together.
First one out of the UK. We had Tyson Fury versus Makhmudov, the Canadian Russian Dagestani. And we had Conor, Benn, and Regis Prograis. Let's talk about Tyson. Let's talk about Tyson Fury and everything that happened there. Tyson looked okay. Yeah, I thought he looked good.
I thought he looked good, but I mean, at the same time, are we seeing a Tyson? And take nothing away from Makhmudov, but I just didn't feel like Makhmudov had one gear. He had one game plan. There was no game B. There was no plan C. He had one come forward and try to punch. And you know what? Like we said in the show, he's got first 3 rounds to accomplish his task if he's going to get it done. Yeah. And by golly, he tried. He really, really tried. And, you know, it was just basically him coming forward and lunging. And Tyson being, you know, the technical suave ring IQ, you know, as we call it in boxing, he was able to, you know, adjust on the fly, call an audible, and adjust his game plan. Now it was just, is Tyson going to finish this, or is Tyson's just trying to get the rounds in because he's been out of the ring for 16 months?
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, I think he wanted a knockout, but I don't think he was pressing for it. Tyson, like I said, when he fought Wilder, Tyson's good at neutralizing big punches like Makhmudov and Wilder because it was good footwork. His legs look great, by the way. He didn't look cement legs. He's popping around. His head movement looked good. He was slipping and sliding it everywhere. People say he's fighting a statue. Well, that's why he fought him. A power puncher that he could work his kinks out with, getting ready for Joshua. The funny thing is he called Joshua out, and then Joshua kind of like, oh, you're not my landlord. The funny thing is about Joshua, when he knocked out Jake Paul, he said, I want Fury next. And then Fury says, let's go. And now you're saying, well, you don't know. So which is it, dude?
Well, okay, I can chime in on that a little bit. How many times have they said this fight's happening?
Yeah.
How many times is Joshua, you know, being told this is going down. Fury's told this has been going down, and then it dies. Okay, what I believe what's happening was a little bit of bullying to Matchroom, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's legit bullying, but the contract wasn't signed yet. Nothing was signed. Okay, it was
the contract wasn't signed.
No, but this is where Joshua is saying. This is Joshua's side of it. Okay, like, look, why would I get into the ring when this thing has collapsed at the last minute 4 times already? Give me something to work with, and and again, it's all psychology too between the two, right?
Well, then Joshua should have been there. He shouldn't. He knew. We all knew Tyson was going to beat Makhmudov. 95% chance, right? So you knew sitting ringside what Tyson does. He's done it to Usyk. He's another fighter. So Joshua, I thought, came off looking kind of not. Joshua's not scared of Fury, but he looked kind of. He could look kind of weak in that spot. This is a chance to Tyson fight, and he kind of backed down.
I don't see it that way myself. First thing, I see it more of him, just showing. Standing his ground against him, like
you called out Fury when you knocked out Jake Paul.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then now Fury's like, okay, let's go. And I said, you're not my landlord. That looked kind of weak.
No, I guess so, but I guess we also have to keep in mind that they're being trying to negotiate the fight while the fight was.
No, happening. I know, but then don't call Fury out then if it's you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
But then don't call Joshua out if there's no contract.
That happens all the time in fighting. You always call the guy out in the ring. Drills the height. So
I think it's because the history of the two and how many times this is supposed to have happened and it hasn't happened. I can understand both sides, but I think it's a psychological game. Look, we're going to get the fight, okay? It's going to happen.
No, but Joshua's stalling you, and now he wants to fight Wilder. I tell you right now, if Wilder fights Joshua, Wilder's going to knock him to the front row.
I disagree.
Wilder will knock him out.
I will disagree.
Joshua's been knocked. His chin's so suspect.
No. Wilder's basically chicken legs, man. He barely could get the job done against Chisora. He has no chance against him.
But he still hits hard, though.
No, not to what he did. I mean, maybe 5 years ago, sure, Joshua could have been in trouble, but I think Joshua can handle that punch now. Anyone can handle it. If Chisora can handle the punch, Joshua can handle the punch. Right? But hey, this is why we watch.
But I didn't like the look of Joshua. I didn't like that look. If he would have stood up and been like, I'll take you on any time or whatever, not even getting there to stand up. He wouldn't even stand up. I just thought it.
I think it was just psychology.
I thought Fury won the mind game there. And Fury, like you said, Fury's bullying. Hey, come on, man, let's go. You know what I mean?
You know what though? I'm gonna say Joshua won the mind game there because he kind of left all those guys standing in the ring with their pants down. I mean,
not really. That's like
either way. I mean, this is the beauty of it, right?
It's like if you go to a playground and a bully calls you out and you sit down, no, I don't want to fight you. I'll do it tomorrow. Like you back down, and you're the one you called out Fury after Jake Paul. So then come on,
sure, but they always call each other out. Joshua Fury called him out after Nagano.
No, I know, but then don't come to fight and sit front row though.
It goes back and forth.
I know, but don't come and sit front row. You know what Fury was going to do. You knew what Turkey was saying before the fight.
They came there with the intention of having it signed so that could take place, but it didn't get signed. So that's why he stood his ground.
He's not going to sign another fight right that early when he's fighting. You know what I mean? He's fighting Makhmudov. You don't even know win yet.
No. They've been negotiating it for a while, is what I'm saying, right? Well, but the thing is, it's like they're being so demanding. No, hold on. The Fury camp is being so demanding that you have this much time to do it. They're not even, like, we need to look it over, this and that.
You don't sign that contract before a Fury fights, just in case Makhmudov, because he's older now, just in case Makhmudov knocks him out.
Okay,
so you hold on. If you sign this contract and give them advance money, and then Fury gets knocked out, you've lost all your money on the fight come up. So Fury has to win that fight. That's why.
I appreciate that, but they could have had everything ready to go and have it ready to be signed after that fight. That's what they should have done. They shouldn't. But that
has nothing to do with the call-in. You're not going to sign the contract in the ring. This isn't wrestling.
No.
That's nothing to do with the call-out.
But if the contract's already established, all that's needed are the signatures at that point.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
You could have called the guy in the ring at that point, anyways, knowing you're going to go backstage and sign it.
That's what I'm saying. You can't establish that contract and ask for all this money if there's a 5% chance where he gets knocked out.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. You could have it all done. Everyone can agree on it on principle. All you need is your signatures. Wait for the fight to happen. If it doesn't go the way you're wanting, I don't know. That's logical, though.
Even it doesn't work that way in boxing. They have to see the win first because they don't want to have all these investors promise this money and it doesn't happen. So it's too much people involved. So that's why I thought he should have stood up at least and didn't want to go in the ring. Fine, stand up any time. And you kind of I didn't like the optics personally myself.
Fair enough, brother man.
But he's gonna fight Wilder next. That's gonna happen. He's gonna
he is owed a warm-up match, right? So I mean, considering everything that Joshua's gone through as well with the accident and whatnot, It is what it is. I guess we'll see how this all plays out, man. The
I mean, it
story.
doesn't really matter for us in North America. It's more of a British thing. I don't care if Fury fights Joshua. If Joshua waits too long, Fury's just going to rematch Usyk again, and he'll miss out on all that money. That'll be his biggest pay he's ever got. So we'll see what happens. I hope it happens.
Well, let's see how it plays out, brother, man. I mean, the saga continues. We've been
But
watching
Fury
this
looked good,
story.
man. He looked right on his feet. He was moving well, bobbing and weaving. I mean, he did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, no, he did what he was supposed to do, and that, I mean,
He doesn't look
expected
washed.
it.
He's not the old Fury, but he's not washed yet.
No, but he's not the old Fury either. You're right.
No,
Okay,
he's 37.
let's move on. All right, so
Yeah.
I was terrified. I didn't want to fight. I had an eye injury, I had a hand injury, and I had a jaw injury. Up to the day of the fight, I didn't want to do it. Okay. Yet Conor Benn goes in there, gets the match done in 12 rounds against a very depleted, demoralized Regis Prograis. Yes, he's old. Yes, he's really literally out the door. Like, he didn't even want to be inside that room. Does this really show the Conor Benn that people are expecting, or because when I think about it, he doesn't stand a chance against the 4 or 5 guys that he called out.
Probably not. Well, let's get to the Benn Prograis fight. So Prograis he's just stealing money.
Yeah.
He lied in the press conference, even though we knew he said, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm going to go out there." It was all BS. He was there for a quick payday, his last payday. So
that's fair.
I lost respect for Prograis in the sense of, if you would have had the fight and lost, and then not said, "Oh, my eye, my shoulder, my jaw, I don't want to be there." You stole money from the fans that paid to see that. You stole money from everybody that tuned in to watch that. People that skipped their job, whatever the case may be. Why would you do that? Why would you say that you didn't want to be in there after you lost? Like, it's a letdown to everybody that was supporting you. You could have said, "Hey, I lost to the better man. I'm getting a little bit older. I wasn't 100%. Congratulations." But he didn't say that. They're whining, making all these excuses. I lost a lot of respect for Prograis on that.
Fair play. But let's now look at Conor Benn, who was fighting a guy who was saying all this with all these ailments and everything. Conor looked okay. He didn't look explosive. He didn't look like, anything special, in my opinion. I think he looks like a British welterweight, to be honest. He could do great things in the British, side of it all. But man, when you're calling out Shakir, when you're calling out Devin Haney, those guys will just literally walk around you. I think the best fight for him would probably, the closest fight that he could potentially do something is Rolly, and take nothing against Rolly. Conor Benn doesn't, I'm not impressed by him. And if that's your $15 million fight, here's a question I have for you. Where was anyone from Zuffa there to represent him?
I guess Turkey.
No. You can't say Turkey. You can't say Turkey. Okay. I've already heard that before. I don't buy it because, I get it. Dana had UFC 327. Okay. And I appreciate that. But Nick Khan, who's at ringside for every Zuffa match, you're paying a guy $15 million for one fight. You would expect one of those guys to be there. I don't expect Dana, but Khan should have been there.
Yeah.
Someone from Zuffa should have been there. You want to talk about bad optics?
Well, maybe.
What does that mean?
Well, maybe there was some people from TKO that we don't know who they are.
But the fact that people are
the main head guys were not there. No.
But the fact that people are looking into it, no one from TKO was there.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
They're saying, no, but I'm just saying it's interesting because now this guy's saying he wants to fight Ryan. So he's now got no promoter. So where's he go? I guess the other question here. One, who's he fight next and who's going to promote him? Or is he going to promote himself? Or was this one fight deal just something
he's going to go to the highest bidder. So whoever wants to pay him the most, he'll sign with anybody, whether it's Top Rank, who you name a company. If they're going to pay him, you give him the fights he wants. That's where he's going to go. But the thing with Conor Benn is sometimes you fight down your competition, right? Prograis is a tough guy. He's hard to knock out. So I mean, did Ben look great? No, but sometimes you fight to that level.
Ben was the bigger guy. Ben had all the things working in his favor in terms of health, in terms of rehydration and everything, yet he couldn't get the job done. Prograis stood his ground and lasted 12 rounds.
Yeah, but Prograis is a tough guy though, right? I mean,
so
sometimes you fight down your competition. So maybe if he fights a Shakur.
Was that fight worth $15 million to you though?
No, of course not. No.
Right?
But sometimes you fight down. So maybe when he fights a Shakur or a Rolly, he'll have no choice when these guys are pressing him, coming way quicker, and he'll have to raise his game up. Not making excuses for him. He didn't look that great. He still got the win. He still dominated. So he lives to fight another day. He got a big money fight. But yeah, he wasn't as good as we were expecting. That's for sure. Coming off, but then he just beat up Ben. Eubank Jr., who was shot by then. So
Yeah. No, I get that completely, but just
He's
the
young.
story.
He's got the look. He's got the
I get
personality.
that.
So he's a
I
big
get that.
draw.
I get that. Right. But the story that was told, the way we were kind of built up to it and everything else, like we
Mhm.
kind of had our inklings about Prograis and his health and everything else. And, we kind of could see through it. Right. A lot of
Mhm.
us that do this can see through that stuff where the casual fan might have to take it for face value or what have you. But,
Yeah.
we kind of see through it. And, we're lucky to be in a community where we get inside information and
Mhm.
find things out about what's going on. All right, so we got all that sorted out. That was London. The numbers did pretty good, I guess. They had about 5 million people
Yeah.
watching.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. My question is how much of that came out of Europe opposed to North America because it was a Saturday afternoon, nice day here.
Probably about 4 million of it. Most of it's from Europe.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
So
Fury's a big draw over here, but not against a Makhmudov. If you get Fury, Joshua, Fury, Usyk, then we'll start getting into it over here. But
talk about a
Makhmudov
guy
is
that
just
was disengaged. Makhmudov seemed to be very disengaged in all of this too. Like even at the press conference, it was made, they made a point of saying this guy was just on his phone the whole time. He was just so like, do you think he was taking lessons from Regis? Because I mean, both these guys, Regis and Makhmudov, I mean, they were basically paid. I mean, they were paid well, but they were paid peanuts compared to what these other two dudes were, right?
well, but they don't deserve to be paid what these
No,
guys
no,
are
no, no. I
paid.
get
They're
it. I
not the
get it.
draw.
I get it. But do you think he took the approach of Regis saying, "Hey, listen, you want to promote the fight? Talk to that guy. He's making all the money."
I just think they knew in their minds they have no chance of beating these guys. That's part of it too. And
I just
excuses
wish
like
I get it. He's Russian, Dagestani, and Dagestanis don't show a lot of emotion.
yeah.
But I thought he would give us a little something. You know what I mean? It just even when he was walking back to the ring, it was just very robotic. I'm just like
He
watching all
tried
these
the
little.
ring though. Like he tried to take Fury's head off. He came at him,
He
but
tried, but he gassed himself out after 3 rounds because he only had the one move. It's kind of like you find that glitch in Mike Tyson's punch out. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And you keep trying. NHL 94, that one
Yeah,
move,
well, yeah,
that
but
spin
he's
move,
so
and you
big
score
and
every
heavy.
time. Huh?
When you have that kind of mass,
I get it. I get it.
your
But
cardio goes out fast.
I get it. But Tyson is also a big man, right? And he was
But he
bouncing
moves so
around.
well.
But that's what I'm saying. He's bouncing around. He's moving around. And he's bigger than Makhmudov,
Yeah, he's taller than him for sure.
right?
Yeah.
So I just expected a little bit more from him. Like I didn't expect him to win,
Hmm.
but I just expected a little bit more
That's the thing
emotion.
about Tyson, man. He, like I said the last show, he's so good at neutralizing these power punches like Wilder and them. He's just so slick, and he could just
Yeah,
couldn't catch
yeah,
him. You know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
To be honest, I mean, I think Makhmudov did. There was a little mouse under Tyson's eye, so he did
Yeah,
land
he
some
caught him a couple
shots, right?
times. Yeah, yeah.
So from that, that's fine and dandy. But let's see where these both guys go now, man. Because I mean,
Tyson's only
I
got two fights left. He's either fighting Fury,
well,
or he's either fighting
look,
Joshua and Usyk, or one of the two.
no,
He's only
he'll
doing
fight
two fights
Joshua.
left.
He'll fight Joshua next. I think we'll probably get that in late fall, early winter. But I believe
Not
Joshua.
if Joshua's fighting Wilder. We won't see that this
Well,
year.
no,
Joshua's not
Joshua.
fighting
If,
twice
if
this year.
Joshua fights him, he'll probably fight him in July, and
Joshua's
that
not going to fight again that quick because Wilder's going to
sure he
hurt
will.
him.
That's the plan. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
No, I
Well, we'll
don't
see.
believe it.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. We have Alycia Baumgardner, the MVPW card this weekend as well. Alycia Baumgardner against Bo Mi.
Bo Mi Shin,
Yeah, Bo Mi Shin. Sorry.
Korea. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think, Baumgartner, do you think she's the face of MVP now for the women's side?
On the women's side, yeah,
Like
she's a bigger star.
over Serrano?
She's got more personality, so yeah, I would say she's Serrano's. Serrano's.
Serrano's are
She's
Katie
right
Taylor.
lower. Huh?
Serrano's are Katie Taylor, but their mouthpiece should be Alycia.
Yeah, well, she's a star, right? She's got
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
This fight is such a mismatch. Like, if because here's the thing, you have to go to the Vegas odds. Those guys know what they're talking about. She's a
Yeah.
minus 1,600 favorite. You have to put $1,600 down on Baumgardner to win $100.
Oh wow.
You want to put $100 on Bo Mi Shin, then you can win 1,600 back. They're giving her no respect. I mean, it's an 80% chance this ends in a UD for Baumgardner. Never, not to say that Baumgardner can't knock her out, but Baumgardner hasn't knocked anybody out in a long time. Bo Mi Shin's tough. She's durable. This is a tune-up fight for Baumgardner. Showcase her at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Pump her up, make her look good, dance circles around the Korean, onto a bigger money fight. It's a massive mismatch.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess the question is, I mean, we're beyond the fact of her being on PEDs and stuff like that. But do you think, one, I just never understood why women take PEDs. I don't get it. Like it
stronger, make them hit harder, make them train harder.
I guess so, but I get when I think of PEDs and stuff like that, I just think of the men. You know what I mean? It's rare.
95% of the time, it is the man, but once the bar goes to it, right?
Right? Yeah. But
people are trying to say Jade Cardigill's doing that. I don't say that she is. We don't know. Wrestling drug tests are different, right?
Well, I mean, I don't even know why you would have to drug test in wrestling because of what it is. It makes no sense.
It's supposed to be mandatory because of safety issues and stuff. You can have heart attacks.
I get that. But I mean, in that same vein, we're just getting off topic here a little bit, but I think it's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They go after baseball. They go after baseball for PEDs, right? Like I've never seen a sport hit so hard over PEDs than baseball. Yet they don't touch the NFL. Hold on. They don't go after the NFL, okay? Where you think that would be a place where it would be rampant.
Some guys get busted for PEDs in NFL, but it's not as much.
I get it, but not the attack and the barrage that was done in MLB.
Well, the thing is that the NFL gets the same testing. MLB does more guys in baseball doing steroids than in football because football, the guys are naturally bigger anyways. You don't. I get that.
I get that, but what I'm saying is just the way they attacked it at that time, right? Like, and then you got the biggest sport, and it is considered a sport, bodybuilding, where the whole basis of that sport is drugs and PEDs.
Well, they know they do different kind of PEDs, and they got these things that can flush my system really fast.
I get that, but there's no way that Rich Pena can be like this without steroids, right?
Oh no, absolutely.
Right. So, but that's what I'm saying. It's just kind of interesting how they're going after baseball, but all the money you want to make and all the money that you're trying to, pad your pockets with. I'm talking about VADA and all these kind of guys. Bodybuilding's right there. That's like an armored car with the doors left open.
Well, they drug test NHL, NBA, MLB,
right,
and NFL the same. It's just that more guys in baseball are doing it. They got caught.
No, that's fine. I get that. I get it. It doesn't help that Barry Bonds' head went up 10 sizes, right? So it doesn't help that as well.
So Baumgardner, they're saying when she wins this fight, she's probably going to fight Serrano next.
Another fight too late.
It's better late than never, I guess.
No, I get it, and that's a beautiful segue into where we're going here.
Or Michaela Meyer, one of the two.
Well, she's already beaten Michaela.
She wants a rematch, though.
No, I get that, and that's a built-in story right there. And you're going to get a lot of heat. I mean, if you're not a fan of female boxing, which is fine, but this particular match, if this happens again, Michaela and Alycia, they're going to go to war, man. With words,
so
at least, right?
I don't know. After this fight, she's either going to fight Michaela or Serrano. She's gonna have a big fight because Jake Paul wants her to have big fights. So I'm not sure which one it's gonna be, but she's fighting one of them, which would be huge. It's a tune-up fight for Alycia, for Michaela, or for Serrano next.
I think I'd rather see the Michaela fight. I think it's just more excitement. There's more story behind it. I think with Serrano, I'm not saying you're throwing her to the wolves because she is older. She has so many miles on her, right?
Yeah.
Do you want the girl that you brought in first to build your company? The reason you have MVPW is because of Amanda Serrano. Yes, Jake Paul and team have done their part as well, but without her there, I don't know if it would have been as successful as they've gotten because of her and because of Katie Taylor.
She has the combination. If you want to keep, like you just said, if you want to keep Serrano on that pedestal, she got to fight Baumgardner.
No, I get it, but she's in my opinion, she's like at a Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey and Katie Taylor stance. Like, they're not the pioneers of the women division, but they're the ones that have broken down the doors for the next generation to come through. Where Christy Martin, Layla Ali broke down the doors for these guys.
But if Jake Paul, because now people are seeing what he's doing with women's boxing, so we're going to have some copycats coming up. If Jake Paul wants MVPW to be the #1 women's boxing promotion in the world, which it is right now, Baumgardner and Serrano got to fight.
No, I have no problem with it. I'm just wondering if it's at the right time to do it. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather see Michaela and her go before you.
What's going to come down to what's going to make the most money, what's going to draw the best. They're going to figure that out. They know Baumgardner's going to win this fight. Yeah. They probably know in their minds who it's going to be. We haven't told the public, but I would say Serrano, Baumgardner makes more money.
I think, to be fair, I think the other way goes.
we'll see. We'll see what they say.
Yeah.
They're crunching the numbers as we speak, so I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Speaking.
One more thing, I'm not going to break it down. We'll go to the pocket stuff, but the co-main event is pretty good. I put the breakdown on X. We'll check it out there. But Shadisha Green versus Lanny Daniels, co-main event, unified super middleweight title. It's gonna be a good fight. So they got two good fights here for sure. The rest you never know.
Lanny Daniels last fought against Clarissa, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and she got handled. She got pieced up by her. Do you think the same is going to happen here then?
I think so. I think it's going to be a decision.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Well, I
Should
mean,
be a good card though.
It's not going to be a pretty fight.
Stuff,
honestly, I hate to say it, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but when I look at that co-main event, it just looks like a blundering kind of arm flaying kind of fight, man. I'm not expecting anything.
I'll break the Vegas odds down here. Green is a minus 500 to win, so $500 will pay you $100. So basically, Lanny Daniels is a 5-1 underdog, which is a pretty big underdog. They're not giving her much of a shot, but she has a better chance than Bo Mi Re Shin does, according to Vegas odds. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Green, you
got two big girls in there. They can probably throw some heavy punches for themselves. So something interesting to see there. Something interesting to see, definitely. All right. There's still no clarification on this. I'm going to ask you straight up. After 11 years, do you still want to see this fight? And I'm talking Manny versus Floyd.
Floyd, not only do I want to see it, I will be there.
No, yeah.
1,000%.
Is it going to happen? But does it happen? I mean, the deadline's passed.
It's done.
No, is it official?
It's official, dude.
Are you sure? Because I've been going before we came on. I kept looking for reports. I can't find anything past 22 hours.
So it's an official sanctioned bout. It's not an exhibition.
Has Floyd said it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's all I was waiting for.
So the fight's on September 19th.
Where can people find it? Where can we find it?
Go on X, man.
Go to X. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
X is the number one news source in the world. It's better than Facebook, Instagram. If you want news and information, that's where you go. You want to see hot girls in bikinis, you go to Instagram. I'm not saying there's not news and Instagram, it's different kinds. So yeah, the fight is September 19th at the Sphere. It is not an exhibition, it is a real fight.
It's going to go down.
Yeah, packages on the Max Kellerman Ring magazine.
Okay, cool. Because I mean, the deadline passed. Manny was refuting it, Floyd was still refuting it all. Blah blah blah. And I like that one comment that Manny did put out there, which I really thought was interesting. He did. I can't recall who he was talking to. Maybe it was Max. Maybe it was Max.
He said Floyd's self-proclaimed goal.
Because the reason he probably doesn't want to fight me is because the allure of his exhibition is him being 50-0.
Mm-hmm.
So he fights me and loses that, then he loses all that too.
Yeah, and then he's also saying, I watched it. He's like, yeah, if he's a self-proclaimed go. Nobody anointed Floyd to go. He's calling himself to go. And like Manny, they said, well, why do you want to fight him again, Manny? He goes, I want to fight him. I thought I beat him. I'm going to do it again. Let's do it again. Fans want to see it. It'll sell out. Will it be their last fight was the number one boxing pay-per-view of all time. It's not going to get those kind of numbers, of course not. But it'll still do 1 million, 2 million book buys. Floyd's got a massive fan base. Manny's a global icon everywhere he goes.
See, this should be on Netflix. This should be on Netflix.
I'm not sure where it's going to be on.
It's probably going to be on Amazon, man. They're both PBC guys.
No. Manny's promoting this. This is Manny. This is a Manny and Floyd promotion. This is not to do with any other big companies.
Oh, so they're self-promoting it themselves.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But they're going to need a network.
Yeah, I'll probably see a regular pay-per-view. I don't know what they're going to do it on. I'm not sure.
This would be perfect this would be a perfect Netflix fight.
It depends on the numbers, but Netflix fights are free, right?
I get it, but everyone likes Floyd. I mean, if you think about it, people know Manny and people know Floyd. You want to talk about casual fans, and when you ask them boxing names, Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, this should be on Netflix. It should be.
It depends what Netflix wants to pay. At the end of the day, it's all about the money, right?
No, I get it. I mean, they're gonna make good money regardless of where they go. But in terms of complete reach, this no-brainer to me, man. Because think about it. Where's Manny from? The Philippines, right? The Philippines has Netflix, and that would open the door for everyone in that country to watch it, where they can't probably afford pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean from that perspective. Like the global range, the global reach would be just insane. The Philippines,
I don't know.
He's huge. Manny's huge in Australia.
Yeah, but like I said, dude, I agree with what you're saying, but it all depends how much does Netflix want to pay for these
No,
guys.
no, 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 no. I know. I'm not. I'm just putting the
Oh yeah,
argument out there for why it should be on Netflix. I'm not saying
yeah.
that's just.
It'd be fun, man. I'm going there. I'm going to 100% be there. People are saying, well, Floyd's 49, Manny's 47.
Well, then they're evenly matched.
Yeah,
Well, like,
there's only two
how can you
difference.
go wrong with that? See, that's the other problem. Like, oh, they're too old, they're this and that. Well, look, I can understand if Floyd at what, 48?
49.
Okay, Floyd at 49 was fighting someone professionally against, say, Floyd was going up against Ryan Garcia. Let's just
But he is
hypothetically
fighting.
say.
This is professional. That's what people are saying. Manny just beat Mario Barrios.
No, no, no. I get that. But
Floyd's
what
in
I'm
trouble
saying
here.
is, I can understand people talking about age and how old they are. 49 against a 30-year-old, Ryan Garcia. I can understand that argument. It's too old. This is, the age thing. But man, when you're only 2 years apart and you got the same amount of miles on you, maybe Manny's got a bit more,
Manny's got more.
right? Then
But here's the thing that
there's really no
people,
advantage here. I mean,
here's the
they're
thing
both
that
the same age.
Yeah, but people are saying, well, Manny just beat up Barrios. I mean, a guy 15, 16 years younger than him. Like he's. Here's the thing: people are underestimating Floyd. Floyd is always in shape. Floyd is always in the gym. Manny is always in the gym. Look at these guys. Look at their bodies right now compared to how they were. They might not have quite as much muscle tone. They're not a pinch of fat on these guys. These are the top level athletes in the world. Even at 49 and 47, these guys are
Honestly,
insane athletes.
with the technology they have at their hands, the availability of technology and resources that they can afford, where most people can't, right? They're probably in better shape now than they were back in their primes because of all the advancements in health and recovery and everything. You know what I mean? That's preserved them. So I don't think they're far off from the mark of what they used to be. Yes, a little slower. Father time does take its toll, right? I mean, that's just the way it is for all of us. It doesn't matter who you are. But it's like we always say, just move, keep moving, stretch, do something small every day. It'll keep you better in the long run, right?
Well, these guys they're in the gym every day.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like we talked about it last week. It's like, we work on our bodies, but we also need to keep our brains sharp. We have to train our brains, right? So, same kind of thing here. These guys are probably in great shape, probably not the shape they were in at 30 or 25, but very close to it.
But they work just as hard. So that's the thing. Of course, you're not going to have the same body. You don't, every year you get up past 35, you lose a little bit of testosterone.
Sure.
No matter what you do it. But they still train as hard as they ever did.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They're in the gym every day. These guys are special because they have it up here.
Yeah.
And even Manny said, like, what am I going to do? So what do I used to do? I go to the gym, I box, I hit the weights, I run. Same with Floyd.
Right. Well, there you go.
Superior,
all right, brother, man.
Athletes.
There we go. Okay, let's see how that plays out. So it's official. So book
just wait till the press conference comes because Floyd's going to be like, talking him down, smashing him down. And Manny's
I know this is going to be interesting because it's going to be like one side trash talk and Manny just smiling.
What's that?
It's just going to be one side trash talk and Manny smiling, and if you're looking at from afar, you think Floyd's just like, scared.
I gotta give Floyd all the respect in the world because honestly, man, you're 50-0. Technically, you already beat him, but nobody got hurt in the fight. Everybody walked out fine. This guy, he's an animal. He just beat Barrios. He looked pretty damn good. Manny has nothing to lose here. I mean, Floyd has everything to lose.
And that's fine. But you know what? It's about time that Floyd had something to lose. You know what I mean? Because for the most part of his career, and I'm not saying all the time, but he has stepped around things. He's found the easy way to get things done for himself. So this is good to see that Matt, for the first time in a long time, we see Floyd Mayweather that has something to lose. Legitimately,
I'm surprised Floyd's doing it because he wanted an exhibition. He even said, "Oh, it's an exhibition." You have to win a man. He's like, "No."
I think they're denying it. People are denying it, but I still believe there has to be a reason. He's not broke, but he's there's something there financially that's hindering him, and that's forcing his hand.
I just think he's thinking.
But he doesn't need to do it. Honestly,
but that's the thing, though. So people are not going to understand something, and I've heard Floyd say this.
Okay.
Doesn't matter how much money you have, you still want more. So if he can go in there and he's confident, I've already beat the guy once, according to the judges. So I can go in there again. I'm still in shape. I can get another 70, 80 million. Well, why wouldn't I do it?
No, I
That's the
get
thing.
it. I
It's not
get
that
it.
he needs the money, but
Yeah.
no matter how much money you have, you always want more. Bill Gates always wants more money. Elon Musk always wants more money because Elon Musk is almost a trillionaire, but you still want to make money because that's the bit. Floyd's a businessman. Has
Man,
he lost some money? Sure, but he's not. He's far from broke.
okay. No, I'm just saying this got to be some tie in there
Same
somewhere,
with
right?
Manny just made 30, 40 million fighting bars. Doesn't need the money, but why not make another 50 million if you can? And you still, they love the bright life. They
The
love
difference between Manny and Floyd is Floyd keeps all this money. Manny seems to give it all away.
yeah. But so it's like these people have to get in their minds that these guys are businessmen. They love the bright lights. They love the attention. They love the
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
I mean, good for them. I'm happy for. I'm going to be there. I mean, I can't wait to see it,
Awesome.
and it's going to be give me a lot of fun. Won't be a cheap ticket. I'll probably be costing about $1,000 to get in there.
Is this fear?
Oh, probably. For
Yeah,
this fight,
yeah,
the last
yeah.
fight they had, tickets were a couple of G's just to get in the upper deck.
Well,
So
dude,
this has lost the luster.
this is going to be a lot more, man. If it was a couple G's in 2015, and it's
Well,
just
but
fear, and
it won't have.
this fear is limited, bro. So
I know, but
I see these being very expensive.
but it won't have the same. Doesn't have the same luster at the first fight when they're in their primes, right?
No, I get that, but I
We'll see.
I don't think in 2015 they were in their primes, man. They were, that
Yeah,
fight
Manny's only
happened at the
36.
last. Yeah, but still, I mean, based on their wear tear and whatnot, like, I mean, personally, that fight should have happened in 2010, 2012, early
Floyd wouldn't do it. He
because
knew.
he knew, right? Which leads me to believe, why are you doing it now? Because you know that this guy can probably kick your ass.
Manny wants to put him out. Manny wants to knock
Well,
him in the
that's
third.
it. He's motivated because he knew in his own mind that he won the last one.
He knows. He's
Right?
ready.
So he's ready. Where Floyd's kind of like, I'm a little. We'll see how it plays out. But then
You know what
again,
Floyd should have done? He should. I'm not fighting Manny. This guy's an animal. You know what, De La Hoya? Let's do an exhibition. Yeah, I can probably get you again. You know what I mean? De La Hoya, like he's still in pretty good shape too.
Well, let's just see. I think because a lot of what Floyd is defense. So I guess we're gonna have to see what his speed's like and whatnot. Like, I mean,
he's still quick. I've seen him in the gym.
No, he's quick. Quick in training is great, but quick against someone who's literally trying to, knock
him off. Who just fought
off.
Mario Barrios.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And Floyd was at that fight because he was like, he's watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious to see Floyd's speed, where it's at. I'm not saying he can't move.
The only fight I'm wondering about is I know the Pacquiao fight's happening, but I don't know if the only fight I'm not sure about is he fighting Mike Tyson on April 25th? I don't think that's happening anymore.
I don't think that's happening anymore.
I haven't heard anything about it. I
haven't heard nothing about it unless they announce something in the next week or two that it's going down. Maybe they were waiting to finish this off to finally get that.
Well, if Tyson hurt his hand or something like that.
Well, it's not like anything was going to happen anyways in that fight. Tyson can go in there with two broken hands and just, you know what I mean? Like,
Tyson can't even stand, man.
Exactly. So just let Tyson be now. Like he's, the more he goes out there, he's diminishing his image with the younger generation.
Yeah.
Right? Just let him be. Let him be who he is. Let us just enjoy the video archives of Mike Tyson and the stuff that he does now in real time.
Or have him fight another older guy in his 50s, but not a guy who's 25 and 30. You can't keep
I don't know if there's anyone. I mean, the only other guys that out there are Lennox Lewis, but they beat the shit out of him because he looks great.
Okay, but he can fight like a Shannon Briggs and guys like that. They're still
but that'd be a risky fight because Shannon would want to come in there and to hurt him because it's clout, right? It's name, it's clout. All right, brother. International and Canadian boxing history. What do we go?
All right. Yesterday, April 15th, 1985, Hagler Hearns. Most people say the greatest first round of boxing history. Round 3, Hagler put him down. Epic fight. We've all seen it. I had to bring it up. Now we're going to go back to Canadian boxing history here. This is a good one. Also, another quick boxing history. April 12th, 2014, Manny Pacquiao defeated Tim Bradley by decision.
Right.
In Vegas. I was at that fight. Great fight. It's a long time ago. And then we got some Canadian boxing history here. This is a friend of the show, so I had to do this one. April 13th, 1999, Fitzroy the Whip Vanderpool from Kitchener, Ontario, knocked out Stephen Johnson in the 11th round to win the WBF World Juniorweight title. Johnson was knocked unconscious and carried on a stretcher in a dramatic finish. Vanderpool also went on to have a successful career. Go YouTube that one. The guy was knocked unconscious and got carried on a stretcher. Fitzroy 17 years ago this week in boxing history.
Amazing.
Friend of the show. And honestly, I was thinking about it before when I saw this on Canadian Boxing. I went and watched an interview with him. Actually, Fritz is probably one of my favorite guests we've had on. There's just the positive, upbeat, fun,
I was gonna say
He's always
the
bringing
work.
the kids. Great
Yeah,
guy.
the work he does in the community, the work he does with kids, using boxing as a positive tool in his community in Kitchener. Amazing guy, man. What a
Well,
great interview.
I put this on X 3 days ago, I think it was,
Yeah.
and I sent it over to him.
Okay, awesome.
And he
So
goes, "Hey man,"
go
he goes,
back, go
well,
into
he
the
says to me
archives,
when
check
I
out the
wrote that.
interview.
Yes, when I wrote that about him, what I just shared here, I sent it to him. Say, "Hey, I put this up on you just so you know I'm using this picture." He goes, "Dude, you're the only guy. You're the only guy that's doing this." I said, "Yeah, that's why I'm doing it, because there's one other guy in the Maritime that sometimes does Canadian boxing history, but he's more like Maritimes, and I'm doing it."
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job. You're
it.
doing a good job, buddy. You're doing a good job. Awesome, love it. I look forward to that little segment myself
Yeah, it's fun.
every day. So it's fun.
Yeah.
It opens up the eyes, and let's Fitz, let's get you back on, brother. Let's see what you're up to these days.
Yeah.
And
Really,
maybe
really.
maybe we can reach out to him and see if he's interested on coming back one more time. Sorry, you froze up there a little bit, brother. What happened? You were smiling. What made you
95%
laugh? You smiling is very rare and in between. So what made you smile?
He'll come back. He'll come back.
Okay. No, but you were all smiling. I was just saying it's really rare and in between that you smiled.
Yeah, I heard you said, yeah, I just laughed. I was like, yeah, he'll come back. He likes us. He had a fun time.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's it. We got WrestleMania this weekend as well. So I guess the boxing world is a little quiet because they know it's like the Super Bowl. So why go up against it? So we have that this weekend. We have Alycia Baumgardner kicking off MVPW this weekend as well. Regional cards across the country. You got fights in Japan. The UK's always giving us something to watch on the weekend if you really want to. Other than that, guys and gals, it's getting beautiful out there. You can't go wrong. I think we're going to hit about 20, 21 degrees this weekend, depending where you are. I know it's going to be like that in the valley. So Brian and I should have some nice weather to play with outside and everything else and whatnot. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bobby Sampson. He is Mr. Chance Michaels.
And in the words of the great ACDC, those that download, like, and subscribe to the podcast, we salute you.
And in the words of the Saint Soldier, thank you for that beautiful intro again. Samp and Chance are out.
Samp and Chance, are you ready?